is. Well, welcome back everyone to another video. For those of you that have been around for a long time, you might remember this tree. It's my sunset tree. I used to shoot it when I lived over this side. I used to shoot the sunset going down through the top of this tree branch. A fair bit, sort of every afternoon when I first started doing my photography again. So I thought it'd be a good place to come tonight. The Milky, I'll come closer, I'll just get the tripod set up. We're going to be doing some Astro stuff tonight, obviously. It's night, it's dark. I'm probably blinding you with my lights. Let me turn that off. Turn the Claris off. So this tree is our foreground subject, basically. You can stay there. The tree here is obviously our foreground subject. And what's the time now? About 8:10. So basically the Milky Way should be basically horizontal over the top of this tree here and just looking that way. So it should be pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this. My only concern is I'm basically really close to the camp, and it's, yeah, literally a couple of 100 meters, so it's nowhere. It's not a big walk or anything like that. It's pretty nice, quiet night, no wind, so that's good. But I'm just concerned about the light pollution coming across and how that's going to affect. So theoretically it should actually give the foreground a good bit of colour, and I just don't know if hopefully I'll get that Milky Way in there. I've only got till about 9:30 before that Milky Way is going to drop below the horizon over the back of Karangini, but other than that it should be pretty good. So I'll set up, get a composition, and then I'll come back and have a chat and let you know sort of what it's going to look like and how it's looking. I'll do some test shots and we'll go from there. But yeah, quick one, nice Astro. Again, it's always dark skies, but unfortunately humankind brings in the light pollution, and it's no fun at all with that. Like, you don't realize how much it actually destroys or filters out into the landscape until you're actually out. And I'm sure every Astro photographer knows when you only need a couple of little lights to sort of wreck a scene, and it makes it hard to sort of adjust that contrast between getting the Milky Way colours and the brightness and it's sort of just being blown out in the bottom of the land. So I think that tree should be pretty good. Hopefully, my idea is, realistically, if I get the shot that I really want, is that Milky Way basically sitting on top of the trees, that beautiful old tree, and just sitting there like the tree's holding up the Milky Way. That's my thought process behind it. And I guess it's whether I can make it happen and then clean it up in editing and go from there. Gonna be using, I've got the EF 16-35 L series lens on with the Nissi night filter. That'll be what's happening on the lens side. Obviously the RP, still haven't got my R6 because I can't spend the money because I've got to pay because I'm stuck in WA for 6 months until I can travel again. So that's the same for most Australians, and yeah, not much we can do, so we're going to do it the best we can. Rightio, we'll hit that intro and then I'll come back and we'll see what we can find around here with a bit of a composition. Rightio, let's go. So we've got the Nissi filter on. That's the night pollution filter, so it's like a bit of a blue tint when you look at them. So that's on 16-35, set at 16. Well, I don't want as much in there. I've gone horizontal to start with, and I've just taken another shot, and yeah, pretty darn cool. I'll bring you around in a sec. So basically what I've got is 20 seconds. Generally, I don't like to go longer than 20 seconds. I'd rather go up in the ISO because I found out, even those 30 seconds, that 500 rule, sort of generally you'll get round there. 20 seconds seems to let a lot more light in, and you don't get that movement in the stars. Any past 20 seconds, I found, doesn't matter what I do, generally with the RP anyway, of any more than 20 seconds, sort of you get that little bit of a blur in the stars if you go and pixel peep and you're going in to do your cleanup. you will get a little bit of movement in the stars, but 20 seconds is enough to get that light in. 3200 I found seemed to be the sweet spot on this for Astro. 2.8, obviously, that's why you buy one of these lenses. 2.8, that's what they're for. It's brilliant. 3200 and 20 seconds. That's what I'm sort of working with. I'm going to go into some verticals so I can get it. It's literally, I think it's probably, from looking at the tree, it's on the photo, it's probably about, I don't know, the photo's this tall, it's about a third of the frame above the tree. So I've got a bit of time there to kill. It's crystal clear. You can see some light off in the back over to the background, and there's some color coming from the lights at camp, the walking track lights and yellow lights that have spilled onto it. But it's actually looking good because that gives the spinifex and the tree a nice little bit of red color, so it's pretty good in that respect. So on this occasion, light pollution seems to be a little bit of a bonus. Guess it's all about getting that. You can change the white balance obviously later down the track, so it doesn't really matter at the moment. I've got it on auto, I haven't set it at that, but I might try a couple at locking it at 5600 and see if that makes a difference and how that works. But at the moment, I'm going to get a few more shots off here. I'll focus on the stars at the moment, but what I'm also going to do is get a few focused on the tree as well, and those I might go a little bit longer, up to 30 seconds, so I can focus stack it, and basically so I've got the tree nice and sharp with as much as I can. I think light painting is probably going to ruin it, so there's already enough spilling over it that I think there's plenty there in that regards. But I might come in and get some and focus on that tree so I can get that pin sharp, and then manually, obviously I'll lock it at manual, but I'll get a few more as I got now, and then go into that and get a couple different varieties. Give yourself a few options, I guess, is the best key. It's better to get a few different varieties, a couple of different high ISOs, low ISOs. Make sure that tree's sharp, because you want that sharp and standing out in the foreground, and then if you can get the beautiful Milky Way in the background, that's lovely. We're very lucky and blessed here in Australia to have dark skies predominantly. We've got a lot of dark sky to play with, so it's very easy for us to get a nice shot of the Milky Way. So I'm going to keep going. We'll come back to you, and I might talk to you once we get to the vertical, and then I'll try and show you some shots as well. Okay, hang on. Don't forget, go get some merch from the website. Nice summer night. Summer's coming. You need a nice summer shirt. Ow. So that's the last one I just took, and with that one I've focused 2.8, 20 seconds, but I've put the focus on the tree, and I've gone in and manually focused. So if you haven't seen that before, the manually focusing side of things, so basically what I do is especially at Astro, it's a bit tricky, but if you get that foreground, I've got me little light here, so you can see how I've got the tree lit up. So on the RPs and most Canons, you just come into the magnifying glass, come into there and I go through the eyesight. It's a bit hard to see on the back screen, but I then go there, manually focus, so I can see that these branches are nice and sharp. Once you got that sharp, it's locked in manual anyway. Come back, touch it, come back. There you got all your composition right, that's fine. I've got the one with the Milky Way, which I focused last time. This is the front one to stack it, and you get the same light at the same time. Turn it off, take a photo. Now I'm using a 10-second delay for the photo. So what that means is basically touch your button, you're going to get a little bit of shake. You really, on the Canons, it's pretty much, I think it's two, then 10 seconds. I don't think there's a 5 second in there. I'd probably go 5 seconds, that'd be enough. I'm on a tripod, there's zero wind tonight, so I don't have to worry about wind. But 10 seconds, it's not that long to wait. There you go, it's taking the shot. Beautiful. 20 seconds, that comes up. and should have a nice shot, super sharp on that front tree, and I know I've got a couple there with the Milky Way. So that's pretty much how I set it up to do it. And if you're going to have a subject in the foreground, obviously you want that sharp. Oh, I believe you want that sharp. So use your torch, make sure that's in focus, lock your manual, get that set up, boom. Make sure you do your test shots, get it all in frame. Get it all in frame like you can see on there. And then I've got that Milky Way. You can see the beautiful Milky Way coming up here and across the thing. So now I've got that shot. I've got plenty of light, and you'd see I've got no light on it. I didn't do any light painting. That's just the light pollution coming off the mine. You can see over here on the left of the frame, that's about 5 k's away. That's a big parts hub that delivers all the parts to the mines. So that light, and that's just floodlights everywhere, and that just spills out across the whole environment. So you imagine the poor old animals at night, and you wonder why the animals don't really come near the mine sites, because with their sensitive eyes, they'd be running around at night. If they are a nighttime animal, it's a lot of light to them, so it's probably not the best thing. It's something, I guess, that's not really discussed when they look at how operations affect the environment. They look about, I guess, what they're digging up and blowing up and all that, but I guess they don't think how it affects the surrounding areas. So I guess it's like a big light dome that you put at least 5 k's around the local area. So I've got that one there, that one, that's that. I'll just go back through. There's a bit of a brighter one, that was 30 seconds. Here's ones where I did some light painting to make sure I've definitely got that tree in 100%. And that was my test shots early on. You can see it's on a bit of an angle, so come in, get your test shots, see all that. You can make sure you've got everything in frame. Once you've got it in frame, then you can set up your shoot to, I guess, make it the best you can. So then you can work on the different levels, the foreground and the background with that Milky Way. So I've got a bit of time left, so I want to really get it so the Milky Way is just above the trees. That's my ideal. So I've got those foreground shots, which is perfect. I'm going to go vertical now and have a bit of a play with a couple of vertical ones, see if I can't get some stretch with that 16mm, see what that does to the tree, and I'll come back and talk to you when we go to that one. There's the vertical. I've just done a vertical then. Now, I haven't focused the tree, I've focused on the Milky Way, but you can see it's now coming down a bit, so it looks pretty darn cool. And it's good too, because it's got a bit more foreground, and I actually don't mind that, with all the flowers and stuff there. There you go, that's probably a bit more focused. How's that look? So I'm going to get a few more on this vertical, and then I'm going to go back all I can at this height and get the Milky Way over the top of the tree. You can see now my original idea, what I was thinking of. So that's what we're into. I've got a couple more, I'll try and get another one here, a bit more foreground, and then I'll come back and talk to you shortly. Rightio, so all done and dusted. Very happy. Got a couple of panos in as well. Benny's come down to join us. He's got the Nikon there doing some work. Really happy. So it's come down. The Milky Way's now, the core's now just come through the bottom of that tree. So where we were talking before, you'll see after when I show you the photos now, just come through. So yeah, probably had a good 40 minutes, hour of getting it before it was right. So yeah, very happy. Did a couple of vertical panos. Some of the vertical ones look really good with the flowers out in the front, sort of the grasses and the flowers, and they've sort of come up good. So I went down to 1600, made sure I've sort of focused in that foreground, got that sort of nice and neat, and then again come back and focus on those stars. So it looks pretty good. Very, very happy. Good night. Cruising number 300 meters from where we are. Couldn't get any easier. Very lucky that we work in such a fantastic spot. Right, before these bugs get me with a light, I'll see you in the next video. So take it easy, and here's the rest of the photos that I've done and the panos. So hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video, and take it easy. Peace.